Alright, back here with more Tales of Vesperia, starting here in Yormgen. Last episode we fought that weird creature. I don't know if I did anything. Yeah, obviously I talked to the Wonder Chef. You alright? Alright, so now we head outside. This Yormgen's gonna be a short, quick episode.
Oh, Yuri, are you feeling better now?
Yeah. How about you guys? Are you alright?
Yes, it would seem that way.
We all collapsed in the desert, right? So what are we doing in this town?
Seems like someone came to our aid.
Though we're not sure who.
What about the couple who was with us?
They appear to have been brought here as well.
So they didn't get a look at our rescuers either?
Apparently they lost consciousness like the rest of us. I believe the two of them are having a look around town.
I wonder, was it just a mirage?
What do you mean?
Oh, just before I blacked out, I saw that dragon that got the air under control back at Katos.
Really?
Yeah. Didn't you see it, Estelle?
No, I didn't see anything.
Was it just a mirage then? So what's the story? Where exactly are we?
A kindly gentleman is looking into that very matter for us.
Kindly gent? Oh, you mean the old man?
There's no barrier here. This town is weird.
I thought the mountains in the east were supposed to be uninhabited.
Rita, Carol, over here!
What's that?
The monster that attacked us in the desert dropped it.
I didn't see any feathers on that thing.
That's one of Pharaoh's feathers.
But why would that monster have one of Pharaoh's feathers?
Man, there's so much we don't know.
Welcome back.
And just why was it up to me to go tromping off on a recon mission?
If I'd gone, this sweet young lady would have been all alone with you. That's far too unsafe.
Unsafe? You can't possibly mean me.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
I think I'm gonna gag.
Suppose I don't mind people thinking I'm dangerous. Adds to my mysterious charm. It seems we're in Yormgen. You know, that town from the diary on the ghost ship.
Wait, this is Yormgen?
The town that needed the clear seal crystal to protect itself from monsters? It makes sense. They don't have a barrier here. That's reason enough to be looking for a way to keep out monsters.
But that was 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, and I find it strange that they were getting by at all without a barrier.
You're right.
What if we were to show this case to one of the locals and ask them?
Yes, we might learn something about Pharaoh that way as well.
I agree.
Welcome to the heartland town of Yormgen. It's actually one of the nicer looking towns, like design-wise. Skit. Pressing it.
What was the deal with that weird monster we ran into in the sands of Kogor?
Just the thought of it still sends chills down my spine.
Was that thing even alive?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, wasn't anything like other creatures that make their home in the desert.
Huh. Another astute observation from Captain Carroll.
Whatever it was, I hope we never see it again.
Me too.
Yes. Alright, so there was a chest over here. Grab that limit bottle. Okay, this is the shopkeeper, Polaris. How much money do I got a lot of money. Food is the way to go, because they don't sell weapons here. It's Yormgen. Okay, always make sure you got lenses for days. I should probably start buying gels. And now I gotta decide, do I want to buy the protect ring and stuff, or do I want to wait and get them later? Food, I gotta buy food, because I wanna make sure I'm able to do that thing at the end. So let's buy up some food. Food's so fucking expensive. I'm gonna try to do as much as I can in the first playthrough. I mean, a lot of this I did the second time going around. Buy one extra life bottle. Make sure I got mats for repeat. Save the money. I'm gonna save the money for weapons for later on. Hold on, let me check my peeps. You're good on everything, Yuri? Okay, so everyone's leveling something up. Pull out my Flynn sword. Or Lloyd sword, I mean. Alright, so then we're gonna head upward, and if you go over here, there's the nice little couple. Go over here, there's a chest. For simple tent, and then this is the lady you want to talk to.
That box.
Do you know something about this box?
Launchy had it. Where did you get it?
On a ship called the Atherum, my lovely lady. Have you heard of it?
Of course. You know about the Atherum too?
Yes. We happen to come across it on the ocean.
Did you see Launchy?
And Launchy would be...
Oh, Launchy is my love. I'm sorry to suddenly get so personal.
Your love. Damn it. Hey, Carol. Your turn.
You're hopeless. All that we saw was, the ship itself. Oh, I see.
Could I ask your name?
Oh, my name is Yuafan.
That's the name that was in the diary we found on the Atherum.
Do you know about the clear seal crystal?
They say it has the power to drive back monsters.
The sage said it was necessary to make a barrier around the town. Is that what's in the box?
Yes, we came to deliver this box to you.
I see.
Hey, is that the key?
Could I have the box? Wow, is this the clear seal crystal?
Looks like it.
So who's that sage you were talking about earlier?
The sage is a great Critian who came to our town from across the desert. A Critian?
Well, creating a barrier is basically creating a Blastia.
Blastia? But we can make Blastia with current technology, right?
There are people who do. You saw the Blastia at Emmett Hill in Cair Bakram. I don't think that sage guy is the one who made those Blastia with messed up formulas.
I'm sorry. I don't really understand. But the sage said that the clear CL crystal was needed to create the barrier. So Longchi set out to look for it. It's been 3 years since he left.
3 years, huh? You must be worried.
Wait, this sounds weird.
Yeah, the stories don't match up.
You think she could have miscounted by 1,000 years?
How old is she anyway?
Is that sage in this town? Where does he live?
Oh, yes. He lives in the house farthest into the town.
I think it might be faster if we went to talk to the sage.
Yes, maybe so.
If you're going there, could you take the clear CL crystal to the sage for me?
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's go.
Alright, got a clear CL crystal. Another skit.
So after all we went through to cross the desert, we can't meet Pharaoh.
And after you've all risked your lives to help me.
Maybe it's better that we didn't find him after all.
Yeah. If we had to fight him now, we probably wouldn't make it out.
Think about it though, Pharaoh can fly. He's free to be pretty much anywhere at any time. Tracking him down will be a tall order unless he's got a lair somewhere in the area.
No one's saying that meeting him will be impossible.
We might get some information if we ask around in the town. You're right. Thank you, both of you.
I love this game. No matter how many times I've played it, I fucking love it. Okay. Should be an item over here? No. Let's go inside. Sage's residence.
Excuse me.
Huh? Hey, that's... You're...
You. How have you come to this place?
What do you mean, how? We walked. As in, across the desert.
I see. And yet, how did you... No matter. For what reason have you come?
We're a little curious about this.
This must have cost you dearly to obtain.
Actually, it just sort of landed in our lap.
That was quite a miracle.
You're planning on making a barrier Blastia, aren't you? You're free to go pretending you're a sage, but forget about making any Blastia. Who would even consider building a barrier Blastia with something that's so obviously not a core?
But it is a solid mass of air. It simply lacks an inscribed formula.
Lacks an inscribed formula? What do you mean?
They are most commonly known as apatheia, of which the clear CL crystal is one example.
So this is an apatheia?
Also, I am not the sage.
Huh?
No such being exists any longer.
That's a problem. We'll need to get that back from you in that case.
Neither I nor humanity have a need for such a thing.
Whoa! What are you doing? Hold on a sec.
It's the same phenomenon we saw at Cave Mock.
Oh, man. Just when I found one.
The apatheia bring only chaos to humanity. They are better off returned to air.
Return to air? Is that really all you did just now?
It's still no reason to go smashing other people's things.
Wasn't the clear seal crystal, the Apatheia, needed to save this town from the monsters?
This town has no use for a barrier, and no need to be saved. This place has been granted everlasting calm.
Come to mention it, it is pretty quiet here.
But still, there are monsters like Pharaoh nearby.
How do you know of Pharaoh?
I'd ask you the same thing. You seem to know about him yourself.
Please, tell us what you know. Pharaoh referred to me as a poison.
I see.
You know something, don't you?
There is a being in this world who possesses a power the Endelikeia despise.
You mean... me?
This being is known as the Child of the Full Moon.
Child of the Full Moon. Like in the legend. By Endelikeia, you mean Pharaoh?
That is correct.
But what would the Endelikeia have against me? Against a Child of the Full Moon? What is this power the Child of the Full Moon possesses that they despise?
That answer lies only within the hearts of the Endelikeia themselves.
Which means I've got no choice but to find Pharaoh and ask him myself.
Do not be foolish. Meeting Pharaoh would end only in the death of the Child of the Full Moon.
But... Estelle, give it a rest.
Hey, Reggae, Jaeger from Ruins Gate talked about the Endelikeia earlier, didn't he?
Something about them being the ancient race that built Nordopolica.
So Pharaoh built Nordopolica? That doesn't seem possible.
Take your leave. There's nothing more for you here.
Wait, there's something I want to ask you too. What were you doing at that Air Krene? Just who are you? What is that sword of yours?
Those matters exceed your comprehension. Do not ask of them again. Go. I have nothing more to say.
Where do you get off?
Rita.
Duke may have been the one that saved us in the desert.
Maybe.
I'm gonna go and thank him.
Hold up. He doesn't seem the type to do something like that.
You don't think so?
Just a hunch. You said that Child of the Full Moon he mentioned was the sister of brave Vesperia, right?
Yeah. Goddess who bathes this world in her golden light, you are named Child of the Full Moon. Your brother, brave Vesperia, watches over us from the skies. You remain bound to your mother, the Earth, and will shelter her with your unceasing protection.
Is there like a hidden meaning in there?
I'm not sure, but maybe it's more than just an old legend.
Remaining to protect the Earth, huh?
Could protecting the Earth have anything to do with ruling over this world?
You mean like becoming the Emperor? If Estelle is the Child of the Full Moon, that would add up.
Which means all the previous emperors would have been on Pharaoh's hit list.
I've never heard of anything like that.
Shouldn't we be thinking more about what to do next?
I'm gonna stay here. There are things I've got to investigate.
Investigate?
Clear seal crystals, apatheia, all kinds of things. Honestly, I have a few bones to pick with Mr. Warm and Fuzzy over there. If you're all going back, we'll have to say our goodbyes here.
But
Oh, that's too bad. I don't imagine the desert will be much fun on your own, but good luck.
Oh, that's right. I can't go anywhere without crossing that desert.
We can afford to take a load off while she's checking things out, can't we? I'm pretty interested in apatheia myself.
Yeah. Besides, we should make sure we're ready before heading back into the desert. Why don't we head back tomorrow? Rita, think you can tie up your loose ends in a day?
Shouldn't be a problem. Thanks. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Okay then, we'll meet up near the exit tomorrow morning.
Right. See you then.
Alright, now you gotta re-find everyone. Rita is the easiest, right here. This whole episode's like backstory. I have nothing left to say to you. I'm not going to follow him. What's the point? He's not going to talk to me. I pressed A. There we go. So this was a complete waste of time? Well, I wouldn't go that far. Apatheia. I guess I should have question marked that. When the air crane went berserk, Jaeger was carrying this box. This box was what messed up my magic. You think the apatheia is what's causing the air crane to go out of control. Judging from the evidence, it could be a valid hypothesis. So when the Blastian Heliord was going out of control, you think there was an apatheia nearby? And the air crane in Cave Mach 2? There may have been. Otherwise, maybe the apatheia has been damaging the whole world's air crane little by little. And a large distortion just happened to appear then. I see. It's really nothing more than a guess, but it could be right. You don't sound very sure of yourself. In science, you continually make hypotheses, then test them, and you get closer and closer to the truth. That's how it is. Science. Well, okay. Maybe I can do something with this after all. What are you going to do now? Next step after I thought hypothesis is testing it. You're just like, fuck, I didn't come here to go to school. Over here somewhere. There it is. Strange mark. No, not now. I'm losing my concentration. Shut the fuck up, Rita. You want my time. Eerie fucking lol up in here. Okay, Carol. No, not Carol. What's his name? Raven. I guess I should have went to Carol first. Would have been closer. Hey, old man. You can feel free to go ahead to Nordopolica. Hey there, young'un. What? You want to get rid of me so soon? Wrong. I just wouldn't want you to miss the new moon and your chance to deliver that letter all on our account. Honestly, I could do fine without your concern. Ooh, wrong again. If brave Vesperia gets in the way of Altos' work, we'll be apologizing to the Dawn for an eternity. What? You're too young to bother yourself with such fluff. It's a matter of brave Vesperia being trustworthy. You see what I mean? We've still got time left until the new moon. We'll be fine. You sure? Anyway, I ain't about to go back through the desert in that cave myself. If I got killed by some monster on the way there, not only would that letter not get delivered, but brave Vesperia certainly wouldn't look very trustworthy to potential clients then, would they? In that case, We'd collect your bones in the letter and deliver them as promised. Oh, how kind of... Wait, hey. Anyway, just so long as you won't go blaming me if you don't manage to deliver it on time. No problem. Give me that second. Don't be so cold. I may be old, but I'm a very sensitive guy. Okay, we're basically gonna have to circle around here. Judith? You're always out walking around, aren't you? Yes, I guess I'm a pretty restless person. That's unexpected. You seem to have some problem staying put yourself. I'm pretty restless myself. Just flirting for days. That's not so unexpected, I think. Maybe it's the wanderlust coming back to me from when I used to fly around with Baul all the time. Yeah, back when you were wearing that weird white armor. Yes. Are you going to go look for Fairy by yourself? Nah. Nah. Oh, then where were you planning on going? Only a walk. Oh, I see. Doesn't it seem like we've been meeting this way a lot recently? No, must be your imagination. Every fucking time, actually. Did that white armor really look that strange on me? Well, you look better without it, I'll say that. I always try to save Estelle's for last, because sometimes they do end dialogue sequences. We'll run up here for Carol. We weren't able to find Pharaoh after all. Yeah, our first job as a guild was an egregious failure. What do you think? Should we go back to Dawngress? That might be best. But would you be okay with that, Yuri? And what about Estelle? I'd be fine with it. As for Estelle, I'll leave that answer up to her. Alright. This sure is a serene little town. Huh? Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? No guilds, no empire? It's a little strange. Yeah, but I think it's relaxing. Yeah, but even so, I prefer Dawngress. That's how everyone is. Everybody prefers a place where they grew up. You too, Yuri? Well, yeah, sure. But if we're going to work together in brave Vesperia, we'll have to decide on a single place for our home base. We could always make someplace new, you know. Someplace new? Yeah, you know. Everyone thinks of Dawngress as the Union City, but it's really Altosk City. It could be like that. Brave Vesperia could make it its own city. Brave Vesperia's own city? Yeah, I like that idea. Well, either way, we've got a lot of jobs as a guild ahead of us before we can be thinking about things like that. Yeah! Now that you mention it, Nordpalka is Nordpalstrale's city, isn't it? Yeah, if you think of it that way, Nordpalka is more of a city guild, or a guild city than Dawngress, even. Yeah, and Belius rules the city, too. Nordpalka. Leader of a city. Duce of guild. Duce. I wonder what sort of person Belius is. The guild town, huh? I wish I could start one. Well, stop being 13 and maybe you could do shit. Okay, repeat. Woof! Woof! So, you weren't able to meet Pharaoh after all. But I learned about some very important things. The child of the full moon and the ex-Intellicaea. But the only new thing we learned was what those words mean. As for the reason Pharaoh's trying to kill you, it seems we won't know unless we go and ask him directly. But you heard what he was saying. If I go to meet Pharaoh, he'll just wipe me out. It looks like we'll never know the truth then. After all this, it's like I'm being told that I should just give up. No, no way. Maybe. Maybe. Huh? Maybe what I'm trying so hard to figure out isn't really that important to know at all. What do you mean? If I'd never met you, Yuri, and I'd just kept living my life in the castle, I would have lived without ever knowing about the Child of the Full Moon, or the Entelekea, or any of that. So maybe I could just go on living without knowing why Pharaoh wants me dead. So you're just saying you should just go back to the capital. I think that's definitely an option. If that's what you want to do, I won't stop you. Yuri! Our contract with you is null and void at this point, after all. That's true. It's just, I don't really like hypothetical situations. They're not real life. And I'm not too good at pretending to forget things I already know. If you can do that, then I don't have any problem with it. But can you really? Then I can't do that either. But I have no idea what I should do in this sort of situation. You know, you want to know the truth, but you don't know what to do. That'd be a good summary of your situation, right? Yes, then you YOLO. Gotcha. Oh, I gotcha her voice for Yuri. I'll think about it. I'll end the day. At this weird-ass name of this town. 50 gold, stay the night. Okay, let's save this on these saves over here. What the fuck? I didn't even try to talk to you. Okay, meet everybody at the entrance to town.
Glad you could make it.
Sorry to keep you waiting. You'll be heading back too, right?
Yes. Thanks to your help, we've recovered our strength. We were thinking we'd cross the desert with you all. That is, if you don't mind.
Just make sure you don't go wandering off.
How about us? What's our plan after this?
I'm headed for the Air Crene and the Wizened of Kados. But I am curious about the Entelekea, too.
I have the honored task of delivering this letter here to Belius.
I'd like to meet Belius once myself. I mean, seriously, the Duce. I want to see just what kind of person the leader of the only guild to rival Altosk really is.
It's Nordopolica for me, too. I'm gonna see what Flynn has to say about those knights in Mantake. And that's assuming he's still in Nordopolica, of course.
I want to know why the Entelekea hate the Child of the Full Moon. Which means I have to meet Pharaoh.
But there's gotta be another way that doesn't involve Pharaoh.
Right. Besides, walking around in the desert just looking for him wouldn't be easy.
Why don't we all head for Nordopolica then? You're only looking to find out the reason you were attacked by the Entelekea, correct?
Yes?
I imagine Belius could tell you if you met with her.
Why? Because of the connection between the Entelekea and the Colosseum?
I do remember Jaeger mumbling something about the Entelekea of Nordopolica.
If we can believe anything he told us.
Well, we'll pass through the Wizened of Kados on the way to see Belius. Good enough?
True enough. All right then, Nordopolica it is.
Right. First, let's get back to Mantake.
Didn't Belius only meet with people on the night of the new moon?
Yeah, we'll have to get a move on if we're going to see her. I'll kick myself if we miss the new moon and have to wait another month.
Can a clear CL crystal really be used to make a barrier?
If they could, and we had enough, we'd be able to make as many barriers as we wanted.
Then even areas that suffer frequent monster attacks could be assured safety.
Yeah, but if it were possible, wouldn't something like that have happened by now?
Maybe it's best not to get our hopes up about it then.
Ever the realist, I see.
All I'm doing is speculating on the most probable outcome.
Actually, I think that's what being a realist means.
Exactly. Alright, so that ends Yormgen. Get ready for the next part. The next thing, I'm going to run into this fight and get it started. So they're doing something in the background. Thank you guys for watching. My videos, like my Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. And stay tuned for the next episode.